up?
What's up, people? We are back with more of her story. In the previous video we got this chit chat window which I do not want to access yet, so let's just keep going down the list. The next keyword is seller. That was mentioned, I believe, once when they actually in the very last video. In this one was crazy where she confessed everything, so we're just gonna re-watch this again.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
So, in this one, what she's pretty much saying is that for some, it was, what did she say, protection? We agreed on the baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. So apparently they agreed, both the twins agreed with each other that the most important thing was the baby, and for some reason they felt that Simon was a threat to it, and they decided to kill him. Because the most important thing for them was apparently the baby. Alright, let's watch the other two videos.
The thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need.
Like Eve.
Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape. I think it was ours.
Okay. She seems visibly upset. The whole thing was wrong, the bags. I don't know exactly what, I mean, the only mention of bags earlier was that they found that the dead baby body was inside the bags. Do you mean that they actually kept it and put it in the cellar? Another mentioning of mushrooms. Bags, which bags? Mushrooms mentioned again.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. I mean, worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out.
Blood?
And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation.
So it's for sure that the body found in cellar. Cause in 3rd of July she basically said, yeah, we put the body in the cellar. Here she's like, oh wow, yeah, they found that she has to take care of everything else. So I wrote down 2nd of July Simon confirmed killed, but at 30:06 we can already put dead body of Simon found. So that's the cellar. Then some important follow-up questions on that. Bags, mirror, I want to find blood. Blood and funeral. She's not even here. What the hell? It's gonna pop up on the screen.
I've given blood before. Do you need to take that for your records?
Blood. They're asking, giving blood. Want her DNA, I guess. That's why, to compare. Wait,
Nothing like this has ever happened.
Who was that?
Okay.
25, so that's Hannah. 27 is Eve.
Nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The blood. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
Huh. Blood. I mean, with the blood, she obviously means the body of him, I guess. But this is 27, not 30th. 30th, we know for sure that it's found. Here we don't know, so we don't know what exactly she means by blood. It could be something else, not necessarily the blood that was found in the cellar. Blood, maybe the one in cellar.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room. His throat had been
Oh my
cut.
god.
There was a lot of blood. He was dead.
Fuck. Oh my god, there he is. Dude, staring me right in the soul. We're on the right track. So what we can conclude from this is that Eve is saying that she found Simon dead. So, I mean, she could be lying as well, but if she's telling the truth, that means that it's more likely that someone else or Hannah killed it. She's basically saying, yeah, I'm not the one who killed it. So, Eve says she's innocent. She found the body, but maybe... Oh god. So we don't know for sure who killed him yet. But what we know for certain is that Eve found the body, and then apparently he said that... That makes this last clip make so much more sense. Like the one, was it this one? Where she confessed everything. Let's add this to session. So in this one, found dead body of Simon in living room. So it could be that Simon is just murdered. She found them. She didn't want to call the police, so both of them moved the body into the cellar. That's such a stupid movie slash TV thing to do, you know? Like, oh my god, he's dead. We didn't have anything to do with it, but we're gonna make it look suspicious or mess around with the body for no fucking reason. Because if you're innocent, if you have nothing to do with the death, you don't touch the body and call the goddamn police. There should be evidence for the fact that you did not kill him, right? So why go through the trouble of putting your DNA on him, moving him to the cellar? Oh god. So that could make sense. That because she's describing here that what they did with the dead body, not necessarily that they killed him. Just what they did with the dead body after they found it. 2:36. So this is right after.
She was sat behind him. She had my wig on.
Okay, it was Hannah.
And she'd been there all day.
Or she saw it before her.
And she had blood on her.
Okay, it was Hannah. Fuck.
And she was in shock.
Oh my god. Police. Okay, so Hannah, according to Eve, at Atlanta session. According to Eve, Hannah killed Simon. That's basically what she's saying, right? Dang. Alright, I want to go deeper into the fact of this murder. So, throat, I guess? She said the throat was cut. What the hell? She's choking herself twice here.
His body. Didn't meal.
So here it's already found again. At the 27th, it's already found again. Or it's found basically.
Like his throat had been cut. And I didn't see his glasses. There's these thick glasses. It doesn't matter.
Oh god, dude, I'm trying to help you, okay? 27th body found, so not the earliest date of body found, because before we thought it was the 30th, but now we know on the 27th for sure that the body was found as well. No glasses found. What was mentioned earlier about the glasses is that he only takes, not really only takes it off, but he takes it off for sure when for the camera, when taking pictures. But that seems weird, right? That he's like, smile is what the Hannah says, and then he takes off the glasses so he doesn't see Hannah coming, and then she attacks him. What the fuck? I gotta find look at glasses soon as well. All right.
In his throat. How?
Oh my god, that eye. We're on the right track. Showing her evidence of possible weapon. I don't know.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present, another mirror, just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Show me that face. Oh god. So what the most important thing that was said here, I think, is that from earlier clips, if we just, I mean, this feels like a jigsaw puzzle, right? And we're putting the pieces together. But it really feels like, if she's telling the truth, of course, but Simon at a certain point fell in love with this different character that Eve was, so the real Eve basically, but the real Eve was wearing a wig and just a wig and I guess different sorts of clothes to not be recognized as Hannah. But obviously the face, the structure is still pretty much the same. That's why he thought they look similar and blah blah blah. But Simon apparently really fell in love with Hannah, or Eve. Hannah didn't like it, and then when he gave her another gift of a mirror, she was like, "Argh!" She couldn't take it anymore, and that's when she went batch crap crazy and broke the mirror and attacked him with a piece of it. So Hannah, jealous of Simon liking Eve more, broke a mirror, gift, present, and killed him with broken piece. What was this? Oh, 3. Okay, throat, we can cross that one off. Wig. Wig was mentioned a couple of times.
A wig? You mean... Well, what type of wig?
Oh, so this is Hannah. Hannah denies knowing about wig because it's Eve's.
No, I've never worn a wig. What kind of wig?
Denies knowing again about wig. This
other person doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
What the hell is a cat flap? So at this point, this is 107. What the hell? I'm still confused. 107, and this is Eve for sure because we know of the tattoo. But she is protecting Hannah here, basically. Still, it's her wig, but she doesn't. She says, "Oh, I don't know about the wig." So even Eve denies about the wig, which is strange. Probably still protecting Hannah and herself, I guess.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry, the kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise.
Nice.
I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Fighting. At 9, twins fighting. Did she say why? They didn't say why, just fighting, arguing.
We grew tired.
Doesn't say why. Fighting, okay, that's not important at all. Cross this one off. Hair, or Rapunzel. Rapunzel was mentioned many times. It's 2 new clips.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Card? I don't know. What card?
We were obsessed with fairy tales.
We? Goddamn it, I thought it was only you.
The ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flick between pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper. undressing the pictures.
Oh yeah, seeing the nudity of the pictures.
Rapunzel's hair is cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Okay. God damn it. So previously what we thought was that only Eve had this sort of obsession with fairy tales. According, both had a liking to fairy tales. God damn it. So we're not even sure if this one is Eve anymore then. 27 Eve question mark. So we don't know for sure. What? I heard a ding dong. Dude, I'm not ready yet. Rapunzel. Hair. One new clip.
What kind of hairs?
I don't know. What kinds of hair? That wasn't important apparently. Mirror. Mirror is probably very important.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. Haven't looked at it since.
She put away the mirror. She didn't like it, so this is Hannah. I think. Hannah put away the mirror. What? But this 27, we thought this was Eve before. God damn it. She. Don't know which one. Oh fuck. That actually made me more confused and more sure about certain stuff.
Silverleaf? No. And he normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
What the hell? She looks crazily at herself. Perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection. That seems like a key sentence.
Silverleaf?
He normally silvers them properly. The mirror is supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. But this is Hannah because she doesn't have a tattoo. Or am I really going crazy now and everything that I thought I was right about earlier I'm wrong about? They fucking playing me. They said the mirror was broken. No. Broken mirror. No. Okay. Can cross off mirror. Bags. Bags was mentioned a couple of times.
When will the police let me back in the house? They let me take a bag of clothes with me, but...
Did I mention police? Did I look at everything that we've looked for? Holy shit. I don't think we've looked at police at all. So I'm gonna write that one down. So during 27th they were 27th police doing house sweep. So they're basically looking in Hannah's house at that point. Kicked her out and like, yeah, we're looking through your house. Okay. This has nothing important with bags though, not the bags that we want.
Okay. I parked up in the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer. I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs to the bedroom and he wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And I decided to come and see you. That enough?
So this is 30:06. So at this moment, she's already aware of what has happened. That the dead body was found, and I believe they were asking about some sort of alibi of hers, or what she had done when she came back into the house, or something like that. Because she's describing an event where Simon is still missing. But at this point, here she's talking about like he's just gone, like he's not dead. But then later, when she's like, I woke up in the bed surprised, and then I remembered where I was and what had happened. Oh my god. That didn't clear much up. Went out. Came back when Simon was missing. Fell asleep. I don't know.
Okay.
Things are getting so much more confusing now. I thought things would become more clear.
It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there.
Word for word the same shit.
And then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang.
Whoa, that's where you mess up.
I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me.
But the delivery is so much different.
That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Fuck. Oh my god. Let's add this one as well. So this is basically the same statement, yeah? This one is Hannah because she doesn't have a tattoo, so we can already conclude, and I put it down earlier as well. 107 is Eve. Word for word, the same description of an event. So it's obviously rehearsed. Word for word the same description of an event that Hannah described earlier in 30:06, except a mention of the shower. Okay, so let's compare.
Okay.
the delivery is also like she's actually just. Hannah seems more emotional about it. Like she's actually thinking about, oh, this happened, and then this happened, whereas Eve is more like she's repeating what she has been told that Hannah has said to the police. Like she's just reading it off of like she's trying to remember it off her brain. Like, yeah, oh yeah, I walked to the side. Oh fuck, what happened? And then that. She's just, the way of her delivery, the way she talked, the way she just talked was so much different, which makes it feel like obviously that Hannah in this video told Eve what to say if they were asked about this question, and she just word for word repeats what it says, but there's so much less emotion to it. I want to see about the shower though.
It wasn't there. I had a shower.
Okay.
Phone
Fuck.
whilst I was in the shower.
I thought the shower was what you fucked up.
I think it was Eric. Then I was just...
Okay, so it is word for word the same. The shower is... Okay, she mentioned it as well. I just apparently missed that.
Okay. It was just...
Didn't answer it. Here she said Simon's parents, and the other one's Doug and Eleanor.
Wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see.
Doug and Eleanor is where we look next, and phone. Phone, Doug, Eleanor. Phone.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. It's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
Okay, asking where Simon's phone is. I don't think this is important.
Sure. Yes, of course, if that would help. Will you phone the house to let me know when you want to come round? Then I can make sure that I'm there.
Then I can make sure I'm there. So the police at 18:06, so at the very beginning, they're already asking her for permission to look in the house. For permission to look in house. She wants to make sure that she's there because obviously she has something to hide. Police ask permission for search, wants to be there, signs of having something to hide. Right, phone. Doug and Eleanor. Doug,
Yeah.
25.
I'll be round to Doug and Eleanor's and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Okay, so she let Simon's parents know that he is missing.
1984 was an awful year in the end. We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just
So, Simon and Hannah moved in with Simon's parents after tragic year, miscarriage, and Hannah's parents dying. Blah, 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 Doug. I doubt we'll find anything with Eleanor because it seems like they're just a couple. Like they're just always a pair. They're not mentioned separately. Eleanor, I think that's how you wrote it. Oh, that's 1.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day. Not that there's anything much to say. It's more just...
Oh, that's why. Cause I what the hell? Spilled coffee. Cause I remember I thought that she looked different in one of the interviews on this particular date, where she's wearing like a blue shirt, and then you can see her tattoo. But that's off. She took it off because she spilled coffee. See, this is the same. This is 107 da, 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 da. And this is 107 spilled coffee. 10709. So this is 1421, and then yeah, that's like 1 minute later. She took off the blouse or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that piece of clothing, and then you saw her in this shirt, which is how I remember most of the interviews from this particular date, because of the tattoo as well.
Black coffee, thanks. No sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
Black coffee calls herself sweet.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby. It's been hard trying to give it up. I think they say you can have 1 cup.
Okay, so this is obviously Eve for sure, because she's the one who's pregnant. Eve, pregnant, trying to give up on coffee for the baby. Alright, last clip.
No. I've had enough coffee for today, thanks. Glass of water.
So, asked if she wanted more coffee. Declines. Okay. What the fuck? Well, I think we're gonna end this video here. Every time I feel like I'm getting closer, something's drifting me away from it, and I don't know, I just feel like there's so much stuff to look for, and I'm being so very thorough with it as well. But we're getting closer and closer. That's all I can say at the end of every single video, right? We're getting closer and closer. Although at the when was it? At the end of a certain period, like at a certain moment during this video, I felt like I was drifting more away from from my original goal, because I was getting so confused. But I still think that we're right with most things that we've said earlier. But yeah, we're gonna end this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. This game turned out to be quite longer than I thought it would be, but it's still pretty freaking amazing. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.